Hello everyone, welcome back to Nandu's Equity. There are so many different secrets for effortless wealth creation, but not well known to all of us. But there is one that is not a big secret, which is creating coffee can portfolios. So today we are going to see how to identify coffee can stocks using free screener, and also we are going to review 8 top coffee can companies for 2025 and beyond. Before we get into screener demo and identifying 8 stocks, we need to know the man who really introduced coffee can portfolio to us, none other than Robert Kirby. So Robert Kirby in the 1950s was well known for stock picking, and he had a lot of clients. So one of them was a lawyer and his wife. So though lawyer was not directly interacted with Robert Kirby, lawyer's wife was actually having a portfolio that strictly followed Robert Kirby's stock recommendations. So the lawyer what has done is like he has created 2 different portfolios. One that is completely following both buy and sell recommendations from Robert Kirby, which was the lawyer's wife portfolio. The other portfolio the lawyer created never sold any stocks, only followed whatever was the buy recommendation. So after the death of the lawyer's wife took these 2 portfolios to Robert Kirby for further review and next steps. Robert Kirby was quite amazed and surprised because whatever was the buy and sell recommendation followed in the lawyer's wife portfolio had kind of performed quite poor compared to lawyer's portfolio that never sold anything but only bought. So that's where he realized the power of forgetting after buying the stocks, like buy the stocks and forget. That is what the lawyer had followed. And based on this only, Robert Kirby coined the word coffee can portfolio, because a lot of people in the ancient times, they used to hide money inside the coffee can, and sometimes they used to forget, and then they find that as a big treasure. So this is how the word coffee can portfolio came, and Robert Kirby became famous because of this coffee can portfolio. Robert Kirby's strategy is based on the belief that over the long term the stock market tends to rise, and by holding a diversified portfolio of stocks, an investor can benefit from overall market growth. And of course, he suggests selecting a group of 20 stocks with desirable investment qualities. Buy them all in equal proportion. Say for example, if you want to create a coffee can portfolio of 20 lakhs, then you need to buy 20 different company stocks, each at 1 lakh total investment, and then simply hold the shares for a decade or more. There are 5 elements that are kind of defined for a coffee can portfolio construction. So the companies that you select should have existed more than 10 years and should have revenue growth of 10% for 10 years. And of course the return on equity more than 15%, and market capital definitely should be more than 1000 or 5000 crores based on your desires. And of course the companies with strong brand and competitive advantage would be a good selection. If you go to screener.in and click screens, there is already a coffee can portfolio based on all the elements that Saurav Mukherjee and also Robert Kirby mentioned. So we are going to take the same query and optimize a little so that we also get some entry point and also pick something that are a little safer. So if you look at this, there is a clear sales growth more than 10%, 10 years growth more than 10%, ROE more than 15%, and of course average return on capital employed for 10 years more than 15, and market capitalization is 1000. So we are going to change this to 5000 because 5000 and less will be very small cap companies, and also we want to select the PEG ratio greater than 0 and also PEG ratio less than 1, so that we get some stocks that are having a very good clear entry point for us to start something rather than all these 100 plus stocks. So with this query you will definitely get about 15 stocks. So we are going to take some of them and thoroughly review, and also some might have skipped this particular query. We are going to see them as well. So we are going to select 8 companies that can be good for your coffee can portfolio. The number one stock in our list is Bharat Electronics, currently available at 290 level, crash from its 340 level. Definitely available cheaper from a PE ratio compared to industry PE, but we need to wait for a nice entry point as the PEG ratio is close to 3. We need to wait for it to come down to below 1. And of course, it is having a very good ROE and ROCE for a long term. The second stock in our coffee can list is Ashoka Buildcon, having a very huge order book from the government and very well known for so many different construction projects for the government, whether it is road or any other kind of platform building, and it's currently available below 300 level, very close to its all-time high and 52-week high, and of course having a very interesting intrinsic value, EPS, ROE, and look at its PE ratio compared to industry PE, and very importantly PEG ratio available quite lucrative at this moment. The third company in our coffee can list is KNR Construction. It is similar to the Ashoka Buildcon company, but having a lot of different aspects in terms of its portfolio, and currently available quite cheaper at 315 level, and also very lucrative from PE and PEG ratio. And look at its EPS, ROE and ROC, quite interesting. So this could be one of the very important stock in your coffee can portfolio watch list. Fourth stock in our list is Oil India, very well known. In fact, it has kind of doubled from its last year time and definitely can be a very good stock for coffee can and long-term investing. And of course, available quite cheaper compared to its all-time high. And look at its P ratio, PEG ratio, it's very lucrative. And earning per share, ROE, ROC, all are decent. Very importantly, it has a very huge intrinsic value. This is one of the things that we have also found in our value investing list. So this will be a very clear winner in both value investing as well as coffee can investing. Tanla Platform is our fifth company in the list and well known for very strong growth in the recent times, and of course having a very strong client base. For example, Facebook, Google, Devotee, Truecaller, whatnot. Those kind of companies are its customers, and of course they provide a lot of different platform solutions for calls and video calls and other platforms. So currently available quite cheaper from its all-time high, and of course with a very cheap P ratio and PEG ratio. And look at its EPS, ROE, ROC, all are great, and even the intrinsic value is great. Next one is Nesco, very specific focus on creating IT parks and leasing IT parks. So currently available at 950 level and very close to its 52-week high, and of course available little expensive from PEG ratio perspective, but P ratio is only 17.8, and having a very good EPS, ROE and ROCE, and of course its intrinsic value little higher than the current price, which is kind of interesting to watch out for its PEG ratio to come down. So if you are drinking Complan, or if you have used the sugar-free sachet and you have bought those from Zydus Life Science. So Zydus Life Science is having a monopoly in terms of sugar-free sachet, and currently available at a cheaper price of 971 level, and of course quite cheaper from its industry PE ratio. Of course its PEG ratio is little high, and look at its EPS, ROE, ROC, all are quite strong. So this stock may not be available too cheap as well, and it may not fall too much unless if there is a major crash in all pharma stocks, because it has a lot of different APIs also, generic API also, and going higher high, and there is a strong reason for pharma companies to pick up now. So this could be a very good add in our coffee can list. The eighth company in our coffee can list is Shakti Pumps. You might think, what is this Shakti Pumps? But Shakti Pumps has 30% market share in the specialty pumps category, and currently exactly available at all-time high, and there is a fair chance of going higher high. And of course because of all that, P ratio, PEG ratio is little expensive, and having a very good EPS, ROE and ROCE, and it will be a very good find for your coffee can list. Hope the screener based, query based way of finding coffee can companies is useful to you. Thanks for watching, and this is not a buy or sell recommendation. Please like the video if you find this video to be useful to you, and also subscribe if you have not subscribed.